Like khaki fat.
Yeah.
Khaki fat's
manager
really,
butt.
The worst. Like I've said this for years. Some of the guys here who are just bigger, but it's just like you're kind of like barrel chested and you're just a big guy. Where I'm like lumpy and gross. You know, I'd rather just be regular fat.
Yeah.
But trust me, I'm trying.
I'm surprised Barstool didn't make the turn to all of them having manager butts.
True.
You guys did pretty good.
Yeah.
Like you were young men, and then you all got kind of big. Like financially and successfully, there's a good chance you could have got manager butts.
That's what pleated khakis are for.
Manager butts just when you gain, like, we've seen it a million times at comedy clubs.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Like a guy who works the door or is a bartender, when he gets promoted to manager, he gets fat literally within a month.
Right away.
And they get a fat
fat.
ass.
Yeah.
They get an office fat ass.
They look like Victorian women.
Dude.
We all had that.
Restaurant managers are the worst. Restaurant managers, they get manager butt, and it's just like, dude, it's you have pleated khakis. The front goes flat, and you've arrived. And he turns chino, and it's like, I've made it.
Dude, when they have that automatic wedgie, is that part of it? You know, and it just kind of is always up your ass, right?
Thickest ass. Because they only have their old khakis.
Right. So they're just
blowing
into
up into these fucking khakis.
Bro, your ass starts inhaling Bugle Boys, dude.
when I was in college, I worked at a GNC, which comes up an oddly often amount of time. And I had this fucking manager who's big guy. We fat the whole time I knew him. And same thing, like he'd wear the black pants, the GNC black pants with the red polo.
Tight.
And then
that's a good look.
Yeah, it was. He'd pull the pants up like above the belly button to kind of hold the stomach in.
I do like
so
that
you
move.
Could still have like the look of like strong because he's a bigger guy. And then one day he's like, and he had the exact manager what you're talking about. And one day he's like sat me down, like we have a real conversation. He's like, you may notice I put on some weight. I was like, nah, man. Like, I don't know. You look good. He's like, I've been having a hard time. I've been eating a lot of peanut butter and jellies before bed. I was like, dude.
What a fucking.
It's like, Eric, what are you talking about, man?
You're probably like a 21-year-old kid, right?
I was like a 19-year-old kid. Woke me up from a nap in the back room to tell me that.
There's nothing more uncomfortable when like a manager opens up to you at a weird job and you're like, I don't want to be involved in your personal life at all.
Bro,
I'm here to make like minimum wage and get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
I had a boss do that to me one time.
You kind of need it. You kind of need it because that was like the opening of like, oh boy, I could be 50 and like really sad.
Yeah,
like,
that's like scared straight for fucking.
They'll bring you in like, I fucked my life up on meth, and you're like, no.
What did your boss tell you about?
He fucked his life up on meth.
Oh yeah,
told me all about it.
Which boss was this?
This guy used to work for a pool company, and he would do apparently to the other guy. He like got naked in front of him. So hopefully, luckily, he didn't fuck with me, but yeah, he like showed his ass to somebody we worked with. It was a big deal.
Like his like hole or cheek.
His butt cheeks. Like,
cheek. I'll look at cheek all day.
We were in his apartment though. He would bring us. So we were at a pool company. We would leave. We would finish all of our maintenance calls, and he was like the manager. So he would take us to his house, and we would play Tiger Woods golf and smoke weed.
That's awesome.
So I think he was trying to trap me.
Absolutely, dude.
But
bro, you are describing
Catch a predator.
Exactly.
Did Chris Hansen come out of the closet? Like,
no, he never. He wasn't that old. That was the thing.
Oh, okay.
He was only like 28.
Oh, all right.
So then, so then he just desperately wanted friends.
Yeah.
I don't know what's. I mean, at least it wasn't.
He showed his ass to the other guy.
But
the other guy holds it down like he tried to fuck him.
Wait, he just showed him his ass?
He was like, I'm changing my pants, and he came out and showed ass.
You're so lucky you didn't get fucked by that guy, man.
He could have got me.
It's funny, though. That guy was clearly, I would imagine, goofing off. And the other guy was like, what are you fucking trying to fuck me?
He warned me about
this guy's some type of queer or something?
I saw him. He's like, did he ever do some weird shit with you? I was like, not really. He's like, you trying to fuck me?
How good was that? Dude, there was a club manager. It's my favorite story. So there's a club manager. Me and him were hanging out. We were drinking after a show. And then he was like, some comics come through and try to have sex with me. I was like, wait, what? I was like, who? He's like, I'm not telling you. So I remember he said that. So then he and I were driving to Austin, Texas the next day. And we're in the car. And I was like, dude, I'm going to fucking suck your dick. And he was like, don't fuck with me. Like, he was serious. He was like, don't you did. Like,
not again.
No,
I promised myself I wouldn't.
He was like, dude, don't fuck around with that. It was like, it was me and him. We just met. We're in the car. We still had another like hour and a half. And this guy was furious. And then Another time, me and him are hanging out. It's me, him, and another comic. All right. So then I go to bed, and him and the other comic stayed out. At like 3 a.m, I get a text, and I'm not going to say the comic's name, but he was like, so-and-so, that fucking faggot tried to fuck me. And I got that text. I was like, dude, no one's trying to fuck you. Stop. The guy was probably being friendly. He was like, fucking piece of shit. What's up? Everyone's trying to fuck me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine just going through life convinced that everybody and anybody's just trying to fuck you at any
anybody
moment.
being nice to you, you're like,
And how old was that guy?
he was young, but I don't know. I can't tell if he was joking because he was funny. He was like a cool guy. But he did spaz. I don't know. It reminded me of one time I at football, that time I farted. I was at an offensive line camp. It was me and another. We were in a college dorm, and I farted, and the guy was like, "We're not doing that. We don't do that." I was like, "Wait, are you serious?"
We're in a football locker room.
Yeah,
What?
we're offensive linemen.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And then
we
I was
fart and block. That's
I
our
think
lives.
this guy, he hit me with the same energy. I was like, "I'd like to suck your dick," and he's like, "Dude, don't fucking say that. We don't do that in here." I was like, "All right."
I wish I had that in me though.
What, to get mad?
Just be like my dad with gay stuff. Like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Dude? Fuck, he doesn't fucking.
Come on.
If you were to soft touch my dad's nipple, he'd fight you. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we don't do that.
Some guy, like, there was a chain text, and my dad and all of his friends do construction, and there was like, they have like, you know, like the messages they get, and somebody in a chain text sent a picture of his balls. And my dad called the company and was like, "You got some guy down there. He's trying to fuck. I don't know what he's trying to do. It's funny business.
Funny business. No funny stuff.
Like, I don't know if he's trying to fuck guys, if he's weird like that, but he sent me a picture of his balls." It's like, yeah, it went out to everyone as a joke, and he was like, "What's the joke?" It's like, that's his balls. That's gay.
I think we might be the first gay generation.
Yeah, for sure.
Of like bros that are like grabbing
it's
each other's
fine to be
dicks.
gay.
It's a
Yeah.
cycle. It's a
Yeah,
cycle.
yeah.
It's late
At
Roman
least,
Empire.
at least we're
True.
the right.
Roman Empire.
Laughing and
Yeah,
wrestling.
we used to say that like the Greeks. The Greeks were
Yeah.
fucking.
Everybody.
The Greeks
Really
were.
laughing.
It was straighter
Greeks
to be
invented
gay.
butt sex.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm gonna fucking tackle this dude and fuck him.
I think it was almost more like.
butt sex.
I
There's
think
no
it was-
way they invented butt sex.
Yo, the Greeks.
I could have
Definitely
come up with that
invented
one. There's a few inventions I'm like, I could have got there. Butt sex is one of them.
Butt sex is
That's
one.
about it.
I think the Greeks were the first people to butt fuck.
It cannot be.
Nah, I think
Why not?
somewhere.